what do purchasing an airline ticket from home, checking out your bank account, using an encyclopedia, reading newspapers from around the world, and using a phone without speaking a word all have in common? Well, they're all examples of what you can do on the internet via your personal computer just by lifting a finger. The internet, which links computers from around the world, has been around for quite some time. So why so popular now? Well, just like microwave ovens, cordless phones, and remote control, it takes a while for people to convert, even if it's for the better. The Antioch Library is keeping up with the 90s by providing a computer that's linked into the internet for everybody's use.
Using Telnet is one of the resources that we can use on the internet to log on to a remote computer. By logging onto a remote computer, we're able to use that computer's resources. We're not limited to what we have on our own computer. It actually is if we're sitting in front of that computer somewhere on the other side of the world and using their files, looking at their pictures, or looking at their press releases, information about, say, a university, about a government institution, or a company. And Telnet will allow you to do that by using a password and a login name that they find that is acceptable to them and is open to the public. What we'll start out with is normally we come up with the menu that comes from our access provider, and we have various services that we can use. First one is called Telnet. This is a way to log on to other computers that are located all around the world that are hooked into the internet system. And this is how we go out and find some files that we may want to get, like software files, information that you might want to track down. Then after you've used Gopher to find out where that information is, you use what's called FTP, or File Transfer Protocol. And what this is actually a way of going to that site and actually getting that information and bringing that file to you. This Archie is a little more specific in that you have to know a particular name of a file, or at least a portion of a name of a file. And actually 5 and 6 are the same in respects, it's just that they're hooked up to two different systems. And Lynx is what's called a browser, and that's how you get onto what's called the World Wide Web. What I've done here is I've highlighted movies. This is a database that you can find some information on old movies, new movies. You can find out reviews. You can actually get some scripts of some TV shows. There actually are scripts for Star Trek: The New Generation.
The Internet computer is set up behind the counter at the library so that the user can have a little bit of privacy when interfacing.
What we're going to be doing here first, we're going to use Telnet to show how you can log into a remote computer, in other words, one that's connected anywhere in the world. And this is one that we'll be hooking into. It's called NASA Space Link. What we'll do is we'll Telnet. So we've marked the Telnet, press enter. We'll come down and specify the site on the bottom. And we'll just type in the site name. And then we'll press enter. And then this will take us to that system. Here now we're at SpaceLink, and this is where we can get information from NASA. There are press releases, instructional materials, educational materials. And this one in particular, we're going to go down to NASA News, because we want to check into their press releases. Press enter. Now we can check into things like the launch dates and the payloads if we want information on a particular shuttle or a particular satellite that's been sent off in space. And this one in particular, we'll come down to news releases. We have all the information on anything that's gone on in the last, looks like about the last 2 weeks. We have a shuttle that is scheduled to be taking off. If we choose number 11, we can see the latest shuttle launch that's set for February 2nd. You know, Archie is a little more specific. You have to know exactly the file name. And when you download with FTP, it has to be something you can use. Gopher breaks it down into menus to help you understand what it is. World Wide Web kind of takes it another step. You can actually almost find a pretty good sized description of a file.
Where do you get the correct logon phone number? Where else but the Internet Yellow Pages? Now you can really expand your horizons.
The Internet, at first when you look at it, and when you go to it, can seem overwhelming and complex. But actually, as you take it one piece at a time, one bit at a time and explore it and have fun, it gets to be easier and easier. There are some main themes that are generally used continually throughout the internet and throughout the various things that you choose to do. And it does get easier, and it gets to be a lot more fun, and as you choose it to be fun is when you start exploring, finding out more information, finding fun things to do. Games, books, research, meeting people. So while it sounds overwhelming at first, after your first shot at it and after you start playing with it, it starts to get to be more fun, it gets to be more enjoyable. And as people have come in and tried it out, they've found that it's been a very useful and very interesting and something they've come back and enjoyed several times.
Just like programming your VCR, using the internet can be just as easy once you've used it a couple times. Now, if you're interested in interfacing on the internet but don't have a home computer, don't worry. Just come down and see Bob or any other volunteer at the Antioch Library, and maybe they can help guide you into the future on the information superhighway.